Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.
And what a wonderful morning it is. This is Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And this morning, it's rather a mild day, it's not wet. But this morning, we've got anyone who's anything but wet. And that's Mr. Azath Sally. Very good morning to you, Mr.
Very
Sally.
good morning, Faraz.
Now then, Azath, I have to, I need to say that I've had a communication from the Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy. Dr. Kumar Swamy has pointed out that information pertaining to the growth figures, the economic growth figures, the GDP growth figures, is actually prepared by the Department of Census and Statistics, DCS for short, and that it doesn't come under the purview of the Central Bank. I'm happy to acknowledge that state of affairs, and thank you, Dr. Kumar Swamy, for pointing that out to us. As usual, as always, I extend to you, Dr. Kumar Swamy, every opportunity for you to appear on any of our programs, on any of our channels, at a time convenient to you, so that you can put your version of events on the current state of the economy to the public. Thank you very much, and that was a message that Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy wanted me to say on air, pointing out. He's given me permission to use the contents of that SMS, by the way.
Faraz,
thank you very much.
Yeah. If I have to disturb you there,
right.
If I have to disturb you there,
Yeah.
Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy's statement.
Yeah.
See, Vasanta made a mistake yesterday. That was okay, but this Department of Census, Department of Census, when they give the figure, it is the central bank that prints the figure in the book on the central bank report.
Sometimes they use figures.
They use figures from there. So the responsibility lies with the central bank also, because they should be getting the correct figures. Now you see what I have seen in the last 2 days. Is the former finance minister Ravi Karunanayake making statements over statements.
Yes, Azhar, I think better point out that Dr. Kumar Swamy is not disputing any of the figures.
Exactly.
What he's saying is that the compilation of those figures comes from the DCS.
We must do justice by him. That's
Indeed,
okay. My point is not that. My point is the former finance minister's accusation on 2 days in your channel about the deputy governor who is messing up things in style there during his time and at present. So it's also the duty of Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy as the governor to see into that also and say where the mistake is happening.
Dr. Kumar Swamy has also told me, and I have his permission to disclose what is essentially messages between the governor of the Central Bank and myself, but he's given me permission to disclose that, and he has said that he feels that the comments made about Deputy Governor Nandalal Veerasinghe is unfair, is the word that he's used, and that Dr. Kumar Swamy tells me that Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe is a top economist, and that he has every faith in him after several years of dedicated service. So I'd like to...
We are not disputing what feeling he has got about the deputy governor. But my point here is who is accusing him. He's a former Minister of Finance. He said this is the same person who misled us, and we have confronted him. We have told him that these are wrong, and this is still continuing. These are people who came during the period of Mrs. Chandrika Kumar Tunga, and they still continue to do so.
But I think the point that you're struggling to make is that, are you saying that both the Department of Census and the Central Bank have a duty to talk to each other and to come to a consensus, because it's one country?
My point is not that, Faraz. What I'm trying to say is, Faraz, whatever the statistics that is given from the census department is ultimately coming into the central bank report.
Some of it
does. Some of it are coming there, and the people who from abroad or any investor who wants to come into the country, where does he go? He only goes into the central bank report. And he takes all the statistics from that.
Right.
So if we are going to give a misleaded figure, or if the central bank governor is misguided on that, or the figures are wrong, who is going to take the responsibility? This is the central bank that has to take the responsibility, because the printed document is on the report of the central bank.
Yes, but not all.
Not all. Whatever. Even one statistic that is taken, and if it is wrong, it is wrong. The whole report is wrong. I mean, this is my point. So they must be very, very careful, because any investor from abroad who wants to come into Sri Lanka is always going into state. And why are you taking central bank statistic all the time for your statements and your report? Because that is you feel that any country, it is the central bank that is more important than anybody else. That is where we see, when the previous government was there, did you see mistakes like this happening? Just one or two. But here completely, I mean, the Minister of Finance is saying it is completely misleading. Then somewhere there is something wrong somewhere, and that has to be corrected. See, former Minister of Finance, though he is not in as a cabinet minister, but he is talking with responsibility. So somebody has to investigate. Let the present finance minister investigate and make a statement to the public that what Ravi Karunanake is saying is right or wrong.
But I think it's very important that in the interest of promoting the unitedness of everything,
they must
have an understanding.
Exactly.
It should be one figure.
Precisely.
Whatever the figure.
Precisely.
The governor of the central bank is not disputing the figures or anything of the sort. What he's saying is those figures, the central bank has not prepared them.
See, for us, governor can say his part. My part is a former finance minister coming on television and saying that this person is a person who has been misleading me. I put a lot of things right, but still this is continuing. A very serious statement. So somebody has to investigate. Or the present finance minister or finance secretary has to make a statement. Because that's coming under Minister of Finance now.
But also,
because earlier, you had 5 ministers who were looking after, I used to tell you, 5 ministers looking after the Ministry of Finance. Right? Customs was given to Ravi, then Central Bank was given to the Prime Minister, banks were given to Kabir Hashim. Like that, it was broken into pieces. But today, the President, only that came on a scientific
basis. Thank God for that.
Only that ministry came under the scientific thing. Today, Mangala Samarveer must be happy that Azath Sally was able to speak about this and get it for him.
I'm not sure
we have been talking about it all the time. We had 5 ministers. Today, we have 1 minister who is responsible and answerable. So now, he or the secretary can make a statement on whatever Ravi Karunanake is saying.
But also, I want to say this. There is genuine belief that Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy is doing what I would call a grand job, and there is no concealment on the part of the governor of the central bank. He's been as open as he can, and we really must.
All that is very good,
band together.
But as a public, not as a politician, as a public, I would also like to request Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy to get into the banks. They are cheating people. Right? The banks that are cheating people on the interest rate. Right? The people who have taken loans and paid back, their properties are not being returned. Wrongfully, the banks are working underhand. The chairman, the CEO of banks, right? So the so-called banks who say they have a heart and all that, they are misleading the whole country. So central bank supervision is also very, very important. They must go into all those complaints also. I think it's a good opportunity, as you say, that Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy must go into those details.
Unfortunately for Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy, there are a number of matters that he's had to have a look at.
Exactly.
He didn't exactly inherit a ship that was plain sailing, and he had a lot of hard work to do. And the consensus is that Dr. Kumar Swamy is doing a good job at this, and finally he's actually being allowed to do his job. But there was various challenges he was facing in that term. But also, I think again, Azath, I want to say this, that the figures are not compiled by the central bank.
Perfect.
They are compiled by the Department of Census Statistics, and Dr. Satarasinghe is a professional man himself. He heads the DCS, and he's not easy to win over.
Yeah.
He has his ideas, he has his set of figures, and they do chat to each other. But at the end of the day, it is the DCS.
On the central bank report, yes.
It is the DCS, and the central bank, from time to time, they will quote from those figures. But the responsibility or the data is compiled by DCS. We need to acknowledge that, because if we say anything else, it would appear that what we are saying is that the central bank is fixing these figures. So Dr. Kumaraswamy is under pain. He is saying, look, these figures, I'm not talking about the figures, I'm saying that the methodology is one that is adopted by the DCS. And so we must acknowledge that. Thereafter, he's not complaining that we are debating about it.
See, for us, in a bank,
yeah,
if there is something called transparency, because banks can't be doing horror dealings, no, or underneath dealings cannot be done, no.
True.
Somebody goes and makes a deposit on behalf of a person who has taken a loan in that bank,
yeah,
for settlement.
Yeah.
Bank write to him, once you settle this loan, we will cancel the sales certificate,
yeah,
and return the property.
Yeah.
And they go and underneath sell it to a person who is doing money laundering.
Right.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
You write to central bank.
Yeah.
You write to central bank, that is the authority that controls the bank.
Yes, but that's
once
fine.
you write to bank supervision,
yeah,
what do you get? Is you get a reply, since the matter is before courts, we can't do anything. How can you say that?
But with cold neutrality, unfortunately, that is what happens.
Happens all over the way.
But they can't do anything else.
No, they can. Bank supervision is meant to supervise the banks and to put whatever that is wrongly done to correct it. That is what you call bank supervision. I am a banker.
Yes, but once that's gone into the domain of the courts, we can't.
The domain of the court is that the bank has done the wrong thing.
Or not.
The supervising authority. Now see, we'll take it very simple. You are working for MBC today.
Yeah.
You continuously do a mistake, I take you to court.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean your chairman to tell me that Azath, you are in court, I will not take action against Faraz, is wrong.
Right.
Because you have to, because if you don't a court case might take 2 years or 3 years.
Yes, but I think there's a weak argument there. Because we're a private company.
You can be a private company, but what I know,
yeah,
before that goes to court, your chairman will send you home. That I know, no?
Well, exactly.
I know.
So you know that.
So I know that. This is what I'm saying. This is what we expect from the central bank also. You don't allow the bank. Now see, appointment of bank chairmen and directors. 1 minute, Faraz. Chairmen and directors.
Yeah.
People who are involved in edging cases.
Yeah.
People who have robbed the country. Yeah. All these things must be looked into before appointments. Today, most of the bank boards, people who are corrupt are being appointed, no? Who is doing that? Which authority? That is again the central bank.
Whilst we're saying all this, so
I don't want to go into detail of that.
Whilst we're saying this, we must. I always believe that the ethos at News First, the ethos here is that no story comes in through those doors, right? Until and unless the person, the reporter who brings that story in has got evidence of what we will say on air. Once in a way, there are claims that, it's wrong. But, as we say, we are open. Like in the case of the power and energy sector, we are open to any challenge. All those exposés we've made on the power sector, or any sector, they are fully backed by documentary evidence.
Now see, Faraz, as you say, all these sectors that is coming under the government of Sri Lanka is today in problem.
Yes.
If you are going to speak about this, I think your news can do nothing but only bring out corruption.
I think we're going to have to. We'll need a 24/7 news channel.
Exactly. Now you see, yesterday you all came out with the allegation of releasing $7.6 million for Mahinda Rajapaksa's campaign.
But the downside of having a 24/7 news channel is that you and I might be on there on repeat forever and a day.
We only get documents, no?
Let's take a break and come back. This is Newsline.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.
And welcome back to Newsline, where we've got the inimitable Azath Sally with us this morning. Now then, hello, just a moment. I've got a viewer who says, although DCS prepares the statistics, the responsibility for economic stability, growth, etc. is the responsibility of CBSL, and they have to validate figures they publish relating their responsibility and of national importance. We agree, well said, and that is what is being done. Now then, Azath Sally, that's done. Don't want to keep going on about this. We've made our point clear, although we would love to see the governor on the program. Now then, Azath Sally, you promised me that you're going to tell me something about Sri Lankan Airlines.
I want to start with that, but before that I thought the most
you've
important
got some other document.
Other document also
what's that?
Is about the newspaper report that came about the $7.6 million that was released from Mr.
the New York Times.
New York Times,
right.
And the money that was given to Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Yeah.
See, I mean, we have.
It may be worth noting that as of now, we don't have a statement from the Rajapaksa camp.
Only the Sun has given a statement
saying
on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't come out with any details, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was there. My point is not that. Now this China Harbour, a sister company releases this $7.6 million.
Yeah.
How it is given
according to the
New York Times, and it gives details also.
Yeah.
Right. It says for T-shirts, $678,000.
Yeah.
Gifts for supporters, $297,000.
Payment
for a leading Buddhist monk, $38,000.
Right.
Right. Then for temple trees, 2 checks have been drawn at $1.7 million. Right. This is coming from a sister company, HPDP Phase 2.
Phase 2.
So that is
Hambantota Port
Development Project. So this is what I do. You scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Right.
Right. This is what these China projects have been doing in this country.
Yes.
So now, if we were accusing of that, we were saying that Mahinda Rajapaksa is going to make it a Chinese colony.
Yeah.
All that is true now.
Right.
Now, from there we come to Sri Lanka. Right. We wanted a change.
Yeah.
Because they were robbing the country so much. We wanted a change. We bought the change. But did the change really occur?
No, but Azath, now I want to say this. Now, according to the New York Times article, it says that the New York Times are quoting from a ongoing internal investigation and that they had seen that report. My question, therefore, is this. Why is it that if it's obviously some official document that that lady has seen, right? Now, in that case, and she said that she's waited 9 months for a response from the Rajapaksas and so on and so forth. But that's not the real story. What is it? Has any of our authorities investigated this?
My point is that I'm coming to that.
Why have they not? If there is anything wrong.
My point is precisely that for us. What I'm asking is, all these allegations are coming out.
Yeah.
Someday it's coming out.
Yeah.
But what is the government doing? We saw yesterday Sarath Fonseca making a statement.
Yeah.
What is he saying? He's saying this is the same thing, and this is why Gotabaya Rajapaksa is also going to China all the time, and they have something to do. So I am asking you for us, who is Sarath Fonseca? He is a minister and a cabinet minister in the present government. What is he doing? What are the ministers doing? Where are the investigations? Now, you have so many investigations done, no? But up to today, 3.5 years have passed. What have you done? What have you brought to court? Nothing. So if this 7.6 million is true, where is the investigation? Who has started investigation?
But
where is the report? Where is the B report?
I just want to stop you here. Is it wrong? What is wrong? That's what they should be looking at.
Exactly. Exactly. This is what we are also saying.
There can't be
go into detail and tell the public what is really happening.
Yeah.
Where is the investigation? Where is the FCID? Where is the CID?
Oh, the FCID.
Where is the bribery?
The FCID, let me tell you that the FCID, in between the change at the top, they also transferred out some experienced people out of the FCID. This is a complete joke, because some of the files that was being investigated about national procurement matters was taken off the FCID under the orders of the Ministry of Law and Order, I am told, okay, and they were transferred to something called the National Procurement Commission in the hope that they will prosecute. If a specialist police unit like the FCID couldn't do it, or didn't have, then how on earth do it? Yes,
exactly.
And therefore, what I'm saying is that the very foundations of the FCID are being dismantled and weakened by none other than the people who created the FCID in the first place.
Exactly.
And Mr. Wickramasinghe, yes, you have got to answer those questions, because the buck stops at your doorstep.
See, when you started the Hambantota port, so much of money had been taken. Your news says, if you had gone to Japan, you would have got it at 0.5%.
Yeah.
But you go to Exim Bank and pay very high interest rate and take these loans. Why haven't you up to today, just to say that this government cannot go ahead with these loans, so that is why we are giving it to the private sector, or we are giving it to another country to run the harbour. 1 minute.
Yes.
To run the harbour.
Yeah.
Up to now, did you ever investigate? Now see, for his 65th birthday only, they went and opened it.
Right.
Did the ship come? No. Why the ship couldn't come? There was a big rock there.
Yeah.
How much they paid for that? $40 million they paid to get rid of the rock. Why haven't the present government first and foremost gone in to investigate what happened at the Hambantota harbour? What happened at the Mattal airport? Just to come and say these are running at a loss, I am going to give the harbour to China, I will give the airport to India, is not going to help anybody.
Yeah.
There also you go for international tender. Why you want to just stoop down to China and India? Not like that. Sri Lanka has to have, we came as good governance too. If we are good governance, let us advertise the harbour internationally. Let the best taker who wants it pay the best price and take it. If you want to give Mattal airport, go international. Why you want to give to one country?
Don't you think that there are companies in this country who could have afforded the 5 million rupees a day?
Exactly.
Because the harbour, the cost of the harbour that we got from China, at the end of the day, works out, if you work it out in rupee terms, it comes to about 5 million rupees a day.
Faraz, it is given for 99 years now.
Yeah.
See, are you going to be there? Am I going to be there? Or even my son is going to be there? No. So what are we leaving for our future generation in this country?
But your several grandchildren will be there.
I don't think even they will be there. 99 years. Today the way things are, people are dying at 40, 45, people are dying today.
No,
the way they are dying.
No, then.
Right?
The age.
Right? So
age.
if proper investigation would have done like in Malaysia. HE got very angry about the argument that we all put forward that Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad acted and all that. That is true, no? At least now Mahathir Mohamad has acted, at least caught Najib with all those things at his house. But today we couldn't do that, no?
As a small statistic, just from the amounts of monies and jewelry and of valuables taken from his properties, a Malaysian friend of mine, Rakesh, told me that the value of just that amount is amounting to $250 million.
So if we had at that moment taken Emma's account, we would have got much more than that.
I don't know, that's what you're saying.
This is the accusation, no? Because the whole country was sold now by that time. Whole country was sold out. Everything was taken out of this country.
Yeah.
And we are the only country that gives a chopper to a defeated candidate to send him peacefully home because we want to have transition of power.
I don't know about that. The President of the United States, when he retires, he goes home by helicopter.
That might be.
And so we're keeping great. It's better for you, Azath, to say that we are keeping great company. Exactly. What about Sri Lankan Airlines? What have you got there?
Sri Lankan Airlines. See, we were accusing the former regime of totally ruining the Sri Lankan airline by putting the brother-in-law of the president, right, and taking planes and parking it at various airports and waiting for the presidential delegation to come. And we saw 600, 700 people taken on every foreign trip, right? And the losses were made. But what did we do after coming into power?
Nothing.
We got the best friend of the Prime Minister, Hajit Jayas, put as chairman into Sri Lankan Airlines.
One of his friends.
No, all our friends. The entire board is friends, no?
Yeah, okay.
All of his friends, right? Not people who worked hard for the party to come to power, but all friends. What did they do? They brought Charita Ratwat's brother Suren Ratwatha into the scene.
Right.
On a probation period of 6 months. Right?
And then?
Just to confirm him, they confirmed a lot of others, also seniors into it, and they confirmed them as permanent employees of Sri Lanka. That is why, when he wants to go, he demands 40 million as compensation for early retirement. Why early retirement? Because he has been confirmed in his job now. Right? People just, see, to accommodate him to fly bigger flights,
but
they gave lessons in his class, in his office.
Yes, but my point is this. He also received, I'm told, that he has received some sort of performance bonus. I think it would be fair.
Where did they perform?
I would say that they should first deduct the performance bonus, because what is his performance?
Nothing.
His performance has been losses and losses.
Now, already it was going at a loss for us. So you put a team of people to convert that loss into a profit, no?
Yeah.
But what happened? It went into further losses. It went into further losses.
Yes.
Now again you change this board. You put a new board. What is happening?
What is happening is that it is so politicized that
that
no one's going to be ever able to resurrect.
And the same people who were there with Mr. Rajapaksa, that senior management team is still there. And these are the people who are going to do the restructuring of Sri Lankan Airlines. Just imagine what is going to happen. So is the restructuring going to happen actually? No. So all these people who want to retire, the Sri Lankan Airlines has to pay them to send them home, because all have been confirmed by the previous board. So see the amount of, if Suren Ratwa is asking 40 million, all the other people who were confirmed with him, another big amount of money has to be spent for them.
It's around 40 million. Yeah. We better start getting a bit precise.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll be in trouble. It's not 40 point something. Shall we say approximately 40?
Approximately 40 million. I have the figures with me here.
Right.
If you want.
So, but the thing is this. Now, Azath. We've only got 2 or 3 minutes left.
Not only that, no. This Sri Lankan Airlines, we had a service center. Where we were servicing other flights. Where is that today?
Gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind. Where is the income from that? Nothing.
Last and final question. Is it worth having any of these presidential commissions of inquiry?
No. Is it worth? Because nothing has come out of anything.
Batalanda Commission, what happened there?
Now Sri Lankan Airlines.
Batalanda Commission.
Sri Lankan Airlines, as the government came, appointed Veli Amuna to go into detail.
Now the board says
how much of money was spent on the Veli Amuna Commission? How much of money was spent on the Veli Amuna Commission?
3 million?
More than that.
Okay.
Only a lawyer fees was paid 4 million.
Right.
Right? All that was done, no? Did any of the boards take Veli Amuna's report and act on that? Up to today, no. I spoke to Veli Amuna yesterday and asked, can you tell me what is happening with your report? He says, I have not followed it up. See, what is the meaning of this? Now, why are we appointing, as you say, why are we appointing a commission? A commission means 3 to 4 months. Again, they will say, we want more time. More time is given. They take 1.5 to 2 years. Now again the Sri Lankan Commission has now started.
I just want to say,
in 15 minutes the government is finished.
Before we finish, I just want to say, because the viewers pointed this out yesterday to me, page 917 of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the bonds. It points out there that the penalty for doing what they did would be twice the amount. So the initial loss was about 1.6 billion on the two bonds, the initial loss on the day. If you double that, it comes to 3.2 billion. So, can we have 3.2 billion from Arjuna Mahendran? Can we? Do you think?
See, this is
the
privatization tender was also wrongly done. As before the tender was called, the senior managers held meetings to say that TPG was taking over airline. So the message was given.
Now, Azath Sally, we're going to have a different program to consider all that, because guess what? The time's up.
I know.
We've finished the half an hour. Thank you very much for coming in here. And
thank you, Faraz. As I always told you, this half an hour is not enough. Handle one issue.
I think you and I will have to go in delegation to the 4th floor and see a gentleman by the name of Daniel, and then we'll see if we can get another 15 minutes. Perhaps we can take 15 minutes from Pathikada. What do you think?
Perhaps. Bandula is not performing that much, no?
Isn't he? So I don't know. He seems to perform very well.
We can tell Bandula, you confine your program to 15 minutes, and then we take that 15 minutes also, will be better.
And the final word on today's program is from the Governor of the Central Bank. And that is, by the way, Central Bank can advise, consult, but cannot challenge or overrule the Department of Census and Statistics, which is an independent statutory authority charged with producing GDP numbers. Dr. Indrajit Kumar Swamy, you're doing a grand job. Thank you, sir, and thank you all for watching this program. Take care and do have a great day ahead. God bless.
Thank you.
Newsfirst, Newsline with Faraz Shauketaly.